guys, this is Oikul back with another fly tying tutorial. In today's tutorial I thought I would tie you guys a trout fly, taking a break from the salmon fly sort of side of fly tying. Yeah, as you can hear in the background, if you can hear that. If not, then I'm not sure what's wrong with my recording equipment, but there is someone who's doing work on the roof right above me, and as you've noticed, I've been relocated to a different room. That's why I've been taking so long to do another video, and Shin, I believe, has been fishing on the river Shin, so that's why he hasn't been uploading any videos. But anyway, here we are now. I'm doing a video, well, my video is based upon this book here. I'll just hold it in front, that'd be a bit better. Oh, no, maybe not. It's Bob Church's Guide to Trout Flies. In here you've got all of your different flies, like dry flies, wet flies, lures, nymphs, all of that, all in different categories, and I'd recommend that. Also, I'll make Shin show you guys his book, which he's got on different salmon flies, because that's a very good book that I recommend getting too. So what I've got, guys, is I'm going to be tying you guys one of the flies in the dog Nobbler sort of category of trout flies. They're lures, and today I'm going to be tying you guys the orange variant. But as you can see, you know, you've got all of your different variants. You've got green, purple, pink, brown, olive, white, chartreuse, all of those different colours. So I'm just tying you one of them, and it's going to be orange, but obviously like when I'm using this chenille, you can change it to black if you want to do a black one, etc. Kind of obvious, I won't go over that too much. So what I'm going to be using today is a size 8 long shank trout hook, and I've got that in. I'm tying with my black uni thread for this fly, and that goes for all of the flies in case you're wondering, in the dog Nobbler fly category. It's a fairly simple fly. I'll leave it at that. There's not much to it, but I'm just going to begin by winding up the body of the fly. And what I'm doing is I'm just going to take my uni thread to about, if you let that go, it should rest about 2 or 3 millimeters from the point of the hook. At this point, I'm going to get myself some orange marabou. As I said, if you're doing an olive one, use olive marabou, black one, black, etc. What I'm going to do is, if you look at the feather, I'm going to take the material of the feather, which is at the top, so this part here, and the length which we're going for is roughly 2.5 times the size of this hook, so quite long indeed. And what I'll do is I'll pinch and loop technique to hold that in place, and then I can carry on tying that in. Now, I personally find tying on a trout hook is a bit more challenging than tying on a salmon hook, because it can move about like that, if you see what I mean. And so that can get a bit fidgety when you don't really want it to. Now I'm going to cut off the excess, and I'm going to tie the rest of this in like so. I'm just going to pull it back, otherwise it'll splay forward. Maybe just lick your fingers and just pull it back, and then just wind with your left hand just for a little bit, and that just catches it in place like so. And actually it's good to leave a little bit of that orange out, because what we're going to be doing next involves quite a bit of orange, covering the body in orange. Now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking this to about the halfway point of the hook, excluding the rest of the hook, just till there. And I'm going to get myself first off some orange chenille. Obviously, if you are doing it with, you know, another colour, I mean, it's not rocket science, guys, but just change colour. And I'm going to be using some copper tinsel, just to rib the body. I've got about, you know, a good 4 or 5 inches there, and that's going to do it for me. Now I'm going to catch in the chenille, and I might, there we go. I'll take it to about 3/4 of the way up the fly. Or maybe 2/3, you know, let's not be too critical with our measurements. There we go. Tie in the copper now, and we can take it to the top of the fly where we tied in the marabou. Now I'm just going to take this my uni thread back down to the eye of the fly. Well, not actually to the eye, just a bit short, because we're going to be adding in some bronze peacock herl. So just a bit short of it, I'd say. There's good for me. I believe that Shin, well, first off, just wrap this down the body, guys. Also, I believe that Shin will be doing a video, you know, fairly shortly. He is at school. I'm sure you know that by now. We're not, you know, 60-year-old adults. There's really no point in keeping a secret. Anyway, but he's still at school. He's got one more day left, I'm pretty sure, and that's today. Yeah, that's today. For you, I'm not sure. I think it may be. I'm not sure. You'll have to check the date of the video, but that's when his school finishes, and he will be able to do a few more videos very shortly. But he has been salmon fishing on the River Shin, and I do believe he caught a 12-pounder. Disclaimer if you haven't seen his video already, but that's yeah, he caught a 12-pounder, which was very impressive. And apart from that, I think the river was very silent. Didn't get anything else after that. Now, guys, that we've caught in our chenille, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my copper and I'm just going to rib the body like so. Now, the turns is probably, I'm doing roughly 6 or 7 because I think that that's good. I'll stop at 7 and I'll catch it in and I'll just carry on catching that in until I'm happy. I like to do with copper, because it's quite heavy and all that, I like to catch it in at least with 10 minimum turns. Otherwise it may come out. Now, you can use your scissors if you have a big bulky pair of scissors, but if you have a small delicate pair, I wouldn't recommend using your scissors. You could use something else. Grab a big bulky pair of kitchen scissors, because you don't want to blunt or damage your scissors cutting this chunky wire, because this is copper, so it's quite hard. I'll use my scissors because they're made for this, and they're actually quite large. They're not my usual scissors. So just now neaten up the head of the fly. As I've said before, I'm sorry for any background noise. There's really not that much I can do about that at the moment. I was going to do it later, but then I just never get on to doing the video, and yeah. So here we go. Now that that's all neatened up, I can grab myself a long strand of peacock herl. Now we're just going to use one strand, and be very, very careful with this. As me and Shin have mentioned multiple times in our videos, that this is very, very delicate, so you know, you've got to be careful when using it. And I'll just take that just to the eye of the fly, where I can then begin turning our peacock herl. I mean, even if you are an experienced, sorry about that noise, even if you are an experienced fly tyer, you're still going to get mistakes with wrapping peacock herl, because it is so very delicate. I might just go over turning this a couple more times, just because I want to get that shine coming through and make that head shape, which is going to tempt the fish into taking this lure. So, as I believe Shin has mentioned in one of his videos, previous video, if you are watching this video and if you are into fly tying and there's a fly which you don't know how to tie it, then go leave it down in the comments and just say the name of the fly or the variant of the fly. We'll search it up, we'll tie it for you, we'll give you a nice tutorial, and yeah. So that's my fly done. Obviously, to finish it off, you're going to add some black varnish or clear varnish, because we are using black uni thread. You're going to half hitch, and that's all really for today's video. Now that you know, we've got some free time on our hands, the videos will be coming a bit more regularly, I reckon. So yeah, sorry for the long wait. If you have been watching our channel and you do enjoy our videos, yeah, sorry for the long wait. Now, as always, guys, if you have enjoyed today's video, it'd be greatly appreciated if you left a like, and if you're new to the channel, you could subscribe. That'd be also greatly appreciated, and share this with some other fly tying friends of yours. But for now, I will see you at a later date. Goodbye.